What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? Wow. Like, Game of Thrones. No, not Game of Thrones. House of Dragons. House of the Dragons. HOTD. Hot D. Episode 5. We light the way. Like, we light the way. Like, for real. We do light the way. What an episode. I mean, the entire episode, it was nice. It was like moving in its own pace, slowly drifting, Yeah. The first 55 minutes was great, but then the last final 5 minutes, they were like, on another level. Wow. Like, absolutely. So, welcome. Alright, so let me start again. Better this time. So, I'm gonna quickly go through everything, quickly, just small briefing. So, the first and the most important thing which happened, Rhaenyra's and Sir Lenore's wedding, which was the highlights of this episode. I would say this was quite a strategic move played by King Viserys, to marry both houses, House Targaryen and House Valerion. It was a strategic move, which was like a strategic political move. And as you can see, Lord Valerion was quite happy with this decision of marrying his son to Princess Rhaenyra. There was an interesting scene where Lord Valerion asked, if, for example, Rhaenyra and Laenor have any heir, what would be their name? The family name would be Valerion. The king, I have to say this was quite unexpected. The king said yes, from birth it will be Lord Valerion's name, family name, the birth name. But when to descend upon the throne, the heir's name will change into Targaryen, which was quite significant. I would say, like, the name should move on, even though the name should move on. Like, House Targaryen's name should continue. So that was quite interesting. Alright. Moving on, the second most interesting, not interesting, but the second most important thing which happened was the conversation between Sir Laenor and Rhaenyra, on the beach while they were walking. That was unexpected, alright. I mean, how Rhaenyra was suggesting him that marriage is just a political agreement, and you go your way, I go my way. That was interesting. Not interesting, but that was quite unpredictable, or quite surprising, And then the big revelation that Sir Laenor is gay, and even Sir Laenor agreeing to their demands, like Rhaenyra's demand, it was quite, I would say it was a good agreement on both the sides, but later, when Rhaenyra talked with Sir Criston Cole, Sir Criston Cole, I would let's talk about it later, Alright. The third important thing which happened was Queen Queen Alicent confronting Sir Criston Cole about what happened that night when Daemon came, the night Daemon came into King's Landing, what happened that night, and Kristen just explaining, like coming up, like admitting his mistake. That was one of the greatest highlights of this episode, and this entire episode, I felt that the entire episode, Sir Cole was out of his place. Not out of his place, but out of his mind. I mean, he was not quite right in his mind, I would say, and which is quite expected. Like, literally, Rhaenyra asked him to be his whore, like his side or monger or whatever. And I mean, as far as I know, so Kristen Cole has a good heart. He has good intentions, and he doesn't want to be side hammered. He wants to live an honest life, which everyone does. I respect that. I agree that 101%, and even Rhaenyra would, but she has she has so much responsibility on her head, to be the next heir, especially father's current conditions. It is a load, which she cannot put aside, and it is quite difficult not seeing them together. But let's hope that something happens to them in the next episode. Alright. The fourth highlight of this was, of course, Daemon. Alright. Daemon's wife, Lady something, I don't know, because it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. Daemon's wife, dying, or rather, Daemon killing her, which was I don't know why they added that scene. I'm pretty sure they are going to bring it back in the further ahead in the season, but this all, the opening scene being Daemon killing his wife with smashing her head through, like using a stone to smash her head, and everything, how it ended. That being the opening scene, I'm pretty sure like they are definitely gonna bring back. See, Daemon does have an ulterior motive of killing his wife. It's not for her. It's not for titles or everything. Runestone, right? Like there was a small conversation during the wedding before the dance between Daemon and his wife's cousin, some Lord of Runes. I don't know. They having an interesting conversation that how Daemon's wife died, and now her titles and the names, everything, but everything belongs to Daemon, as they have no heir. That was an interesting conversation. Not an interesting conversation, but that was an interesting hint of why Daemon wanted to kill her. But as far as I know, Daemon, that is not his motive to kill his wife. Last thing he cares about is some mere title or some mere land of some castle, Runestone. I don't know how big it is. They have not shown the importance of Runestone and House of Dragons, but as far as now, I don't think it concerns him. I think like how people used to bring back that he's married and he has a wife, and I just think he wanted to get free of that. That's why he killed his wife, and now he's free to do whatever he wants to, marry anyone he wants to. Likewise this conversation with Rhaenyra during the dance, and he looking at Lord Valerion's daughter. I don't know her name, but yeah, her daughter. His daughter, my bad, his daughter. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna extend the video for like half an hour or so because that's just supposed to be with a band here. I'm gonna make it fast, I'm gonna make it quick. And yeah, so aha! This episode is a mess. Yeah, honestly. I think whatever I'm doing is a mess. But what the hell, you know?